Let's make history. The Flatiron District is that section of Manhattan at 23rd Street where Broadway cuts through. And it's where Madison Avenue actually begins, right there at 23rd Street. And Madison Square Park, which is diagonal from the Flatiron building, gets its name from that. Also, Madison Square Garden, the first Madison Square Garden was right there. It changed places several times. You can check out my video on the history of Madison Square Garden. I'll leave a link in the description. It's weird because this part of Manhattan overlaps with certain other neighborhoods and it gets a little fuzzy. Like there's a neighborhood, the technical name is Rose Hill, and that overlaps with the Flatiron District. People generally call that entire area the Flatiron District. Some maps have it, part of it listed as Nomad, which is north of Madison Square Park, but people generally refer to the surrounding area as the Flatiron District. Most of New York City was farmland owned by a particular person, starting with the Dutch, then usually went to somebody English. And so no different with the Flatiron District. And it was farmland originally owned, of course, after the Native Americans, by a Dutch guy named Reyer Michaelson. Then it went to James DeLancey. Then it went to John Watts, who named it, part of it, Rose Hill, after some property of his father's up in the Bronx, which eventually became part of the modern day Fordham University. There's a strip of Southern Indian restaurants on Lexington Ave, about 5 blocks long from 25th to 30th Street, and this is unofficially nicknamed Curry Hill. The International Toy Fair took place there, so it became unofficially referred to as the Toy District for some time in the early 20th century. Till around 1945, then it became the Photo District because many photography studios were there and photographers began to flock to this area. And it began being referred to as the Flatiron District starting around 1985. Home of Baruch College, the New York State Appellate Division Courthouse, which is now considered a historic monument. The Flatiron building was actually built by the Fuller firm, which was a construction company who had it built. It was built in about 1 year. And around 1901, they had it till 1925. Then it changed hands many times. And today, they're in the process of converting it into condominiums. The building earned the nickname because of its triangular shape, which bears resemblance to one of those flatter clothing irons that people used back in the day. When the Flatiron building was first built, it only had 20 floors, and later they added on 2 more floors, making it 22.